So I admit that I am a theme snob. I really, really feel that the way that I teach theme is accurate, and I know I sound lectury when I'm talking about theme, but it's because I feel so passionately about it. Definitely, it's one of those things that kids do not need to be given the theme. They can figure out the theme, and this is the way I teach theme each and every text. So, in a lot of things like Cliff Notes or Spark Notes, and sometimes in previous teachers' classes, children have been told that love is a theme, or family is a theme, or perhaps something that sounds very, you know, important, such as the eternal struggle against corruption of power or what have you, is somehow the theme. And the kids walk away feeling that these are themes, but they're not really themes. What they are topics. And these topics are really important, and they are what helps get us to theme, but they are not in themselves a theme. So the best way to introduce a complex topic is to take a common text. With theme, you have to be finished with whatever book you're reading. So picture books are great for these. Unfortunately, if I were to read you a picture book, I would totally be breaking the law. So therefore, we're going to be Finding Nemo, because you have probably familiar with Finding Nemo. It's a nice universal show. So the first step of creating your theme is to finish the common text. I cannot reiterate this enough. It's really not supposed to be a conversation that happens in the first chapter or before you even read it. And the second one is to create a list of topics. So what are some of the ideas that appear in Finding Nemo? Well, we have, obviously, there is the idea of love, right, between Nemo and his father, and Marlin feels very protective of Nemo. He's afraid of danger. He doesn't trust Nemo. Nemo ends up not trusting himself with his little gimpy fin. He's disobedient to Marlin. Marlin is definitely not a risk taker, which is what makes everything so difficult when he needs story. So after you come up with a nice class list that all the students contribute to, you pick a topic and you write. And so I like to pick one topic and model for students one of my topics, and then have the students go and pick three other topics, working in partners first. So when you take that topic, you're going to end up making a sentence about the topic. So I'm going to just go ahead and pick trust, because it's all over the place in Finding Nemo. So the way that you write it is, the author believes that. If obviously I knew who the author of Finding Nemo was, like I could say Pixar believes that, whatever it might be. So the key is now to finish up this sentence using the term trust. So the author believes what about trust? And what you end up coming up with, hopefully, is something that is not specific to Finding Nemo. And that's the one thing to know, is you gotta tell the kids they can't use characters' names. So a person needs to learn how to trust others and themselves. So it's not that the author believes Marlin needs to learn how to trust Nemo. It's that people need to trust themselves and others that they care about. Step 4 is really easy. You just cross out the author believes that. And then you just revise it however you might need. So my theme is, a person needs to learn how to trust themselves and others. Congratulations, that is a theme. So once you have modeled a sentence like this, and you have the students in pairs do this, I would have them do 3 of them together, whichever topics that they want to take, because you want them to be able to really evaluate their themes. Now, one thing that you need to make sure you tell the kids is not to be too vague. So family is important is not a good theme, or family is good, or whatever it might be. Racism is bad. You want to show something that's going to be a little more complex, and this is where you want the kids to go and create 3 different ones in their partnerships, and then introduce the idea of revising, so that way they can really see, okay, which one of their themes works out the best. So just real quick, let's take this one as an example. Let's pretend this was a student's paper, and these 2 students had worked together to talk about one about security. So the author believes that balancing security too highly can lead towards missing out on important things in life. And so of the 3 themes that this group creates, this one is what they feel is the strongest. They write it at the top of a paper, and then they fold it in a ball. And then they do throwing it. So the kids really, really like this. You throw the paper ball, you can pass, to the people behind you or whatever if that's a problem, and comes over to another kid's desk. Is, oh, look, there's the ball, and so this is now another child, and they're looking at what the red pen wrote. And now is where you start getting textual evidence. Okay, what is the textual evidence that supports that valuing security too highly can lead toward missing out on important life experiences? Now, in a physical text, my students are quoting. But since I don't have a physical text, I'm going to have to paraphrase things that happened in Finding Nemo. What's also good here is that the students are seeing how other students wrote their themes. So even if you have like a weaker pair, they're seeing probably through the course of this passing one or two really strong student created themes so that way they can revise and make it more sophisticated. So after, let's say this is the black group using the black pen, they crumple it up after the textual evidence, they get another one. So now this is a different group. This is my group that is writing with a I think purple marker. So now the purple marker group is trying to find textual evidence, additional textual evidence to support the theme. And then this can come back actually to the original group, and they can create like a kind of like a little mini essay or evaluate the evidences given or what have you. So really easy way of teaching how to teach theme. Remember, theme is not the same as a topic. And then most of all, the kids can do it. Just like how Nemo can help go down, go down, go down. The kids also, they can figure out theme. Never think that students can't. My eighth graders can. I know whatever grade you teach certainly can as well.